Hard Times by Tyler Childers is going to be taking place in drop D tuning. That's where you take your 6th string, which is typically tuned to an E, and you detune it to a D. So your 6th string and your 4th string should be the same note. The intro to the song is going to start with a walk up to a C. The way that you're going to do that is go ahead and put your ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and it's going to remain there for pretty much this entire song. And you'll strike with your pick the 5th string, and it's okay really if you hit a little bit of the 6th string and the 4th string around it. But you're going to go for striking the 5th string is the note that you're really wanting to emphasize. Then you'll walk up to the 5th string 2nd fret with your 1st finger, and then 5th string 3rd fret with your 2nd finger. And you get. And on that walk, I'm hitting them all with down strums. But in between each one, there's kind of a light little hiccup in the middle. That's not really intentional. It's more of just an afterthought of how the strumming is taking place. Once you get up to that C note, you're then going to hammer on with your 1st finger to the 3rd string 2nd fret. And in this hammer-on, you're really just striking down across still your C chord that you have fretted here with your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret and your ring finger, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string and ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You're strumming across that chord, but now you're hammering on with your 1st finger to the 3rd string 2nd fret. And then once you hammer on and strike down and pull off again, you'll then move with your 1st finger to the 5th string 2nd fret. So you're walking back down towards that B shape, and then with your 2nd finger you're going to place it on the 6th string 3rd fret and get that F note. Because we're in drop D, this is not an actual G chord, but it's getting us a low F note before returning back to a D chord. So you would, for the D chord, you would strike the low 6, so you want to get that good bass response out of this drop D, and bring your 1st finger back to the 3rd string 2nd fret for your D chord. Ring finger still on the 2nd string 3rd fret where it's been the whole song, and it's okay if you leave an open 1st string in this song for the majority of the song as well. If you want to play a standard D chord and put your 2nd finger down on the 1st string 2nd fret, you can, but a lot of times Tyler Childers tends to leave that 1st string open. So far we've got the walk up and then walk back down into the F that is sounding like. To repeat that again very slow. Once you get to that part, you're then going to do the way that you do that is you will strike the open 5th string pretty much in the same fashion that you did whenever you want to walk up. You're striking the open 5th string, but this time instead of moving to the 5th string 2nd fret with your 1st finger, you're moving to the 5th string 3rd fret with your 2nd finger. And then you're going to go, let me play it and make sure that I'm about to tell you this right. Yeah, so after you hit on with your 2nd finger the 5th string 2nd fret, you'll then hit open the 4th string still inside of this D shape that you're keeping with your 1st and ring fingers. You'll hit the 4th string, and then with your 2nd finger you'll put it down on the 4th string 2nd fret, and then you'll pull off the 4th string 3rd fret. So you've got, and then you'll come back to the 5th string 3rd fret with your 2nd finger. You'll hit that, and then you'll pull off to expose the open 5th string there. So we've got after you pull off with your second finger out of that C note on the 5th string. You'll then put your first finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, and you're not really going to want that note that you're fretting there to ring out a whole lot. You're just putting it there to hiccup into the C again. And that's going to sound like. So Tyler Childers puts his first finger on the 5th string 2nd fret to hit, and then immediately hammer on with the 2nd finger into the 5th string 2nd fret for the C note. After you hammer into the C note on the 5th string 3rd fret, you then walk back down to that B note by picking up your 2nd finger, and you've got your first finger now on the 5th string 2nd fret, and then you use your 2nd finger to go again to the F note on the 6th string 3rd fret before coming back up into the D. And that is the intro. Now once you get back to the original D, you'll hear Tyler Childers doing that hammer on right there by lifting his first finger and then putting it back down, lifting first finger from the 3rd string 2nd fret, striking, and then immediately hammering first finger back down to the 3rd string 2nd fret. The entire intro is going to come together sounding like this. Whenever you get here, it's going to go. It will hammer on twice with that D string, and then walk back up and repeat the intro again. After it does that intro twice, it goes into the verse, and you can hear Tyler Childers again hammer on in that D note and strike the low 6th string and hammer on again and strike the low 6th string before he starts singing over this D chord. Here's where we're getting to the verse chords. You got a D chord, and then it goes to a C chord. The way that he goes to the C chord is the same kind of choppy motion of first finger to the 5th string 2nd fret, and then 2nd finger to the 5th string 3rd fret. So moving to the C chord in the verse will sound like D to the B C, and then we'll walk down 1 fret to the B note, putting your first finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, and then the last chord of the verse is going to be 2nd finger to the 6th string 3rd fret, and then back up to the D chord. Repeat it to the D, to the C, to the B note, to the F note, to the D chord. And then it comes back, walks back up to the C, drops down to the B, hits the F note, and then the D chord again. And that's a little interlude that Tyler Childers tends to do before returning to the main riff of. And sometimes at the end of that riff you can hear him hammer on to the 5th string 2nd fret with his first finger. And then after pulling off and getting the open 5th string again, he'll hit 2nd finger to the 6th string 3rd fret before going back into the D chord. And those are the chords and movements to Hard Times by Tyler Childers. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.